right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple months, but we're back. We are here. It's December edition, folk and funky. Thinking today we're just gonna do a little recap of the year in Punjabi music, concerts, new artists, new songs, albums, everything. So,
it's been a year too.
It's been a year.
We didn't record. We didn't even announce that this folk and funky project been going on now for a year.
Damn.
We started in
November.
We formed the idea in like November 16th.
Yeah.
And we added you almost like it's almost 6 months.
About half a year, right?
Yeah, half a year. Haven't done a ton of projects, but it's a lot.
Been a lot of behind the scenes stuff, new setup. Just working in some new stuff. So we're gonna just kind of throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks. But it's been a big year for us internally. It's been cool for us to connect with different people and experience different. We were just talking about concerts, right? So we can kick it off with that. We did 4 concerts. Me and Simran went to 4.
Damn.
You do a concert every weekend, right?
Pretty much. Indian weddings like a concert.
Yeah,
they seem like it.
Yeah,
basically is, man.
Yeah,
especially how you throw it down. Yeah, I mean me and Amrin, we finally got to see you like do that after party that you did.
Oh yeah,
for the
rap show, and like. You just throwing like hip hop in was just you got that track also coming out too. That's probably gonna be the Squabble Up.
It's a mashup. It's just cool. I like some songs, like I don't know why. Like I never really caught Kendrick before, but this time it caught the album. Like just caught. I think it was because TV Off, like that the track
Mustard,
and the way they say mustard, that kind of caught my attention. I was like, dude, I need to listen to all of it. And I listened to all of it, and that's all I've been slapping is Kendrick.
It's a good album.
Yeah. TV Off, Squabble Up, just really like. I don't know, just like
it's got a lot of Bay Area sound to it.
Bay Area sound, Compton. It's got
the Cali sound.
Squabble is a word they use in Compton for fight. Probably anywhere in the hood.
I think I've heard that in Oakland too.
Yeah. So it just really caught with me, and I was like, dude, I fuck with this track.
Yeah.
No, excited. Sure. When is that dropping again?
Probably by the time this podcast out.
Yeah, probably,
I think tomorrow, but I think I just dropped like the lo-fi stuff, so like I don't know if it's too soon, maybe.
Okay,
so it's done.
Yeah.
I sent it to y'all.
Yeah, it's fire.
Sounds good. We'll listen to it after here or something.
No, and then also like I don't, because this wasn't your track, that was Bobby Gong's track, but when you were at the after party, you guys kind of teased the Gaparu Shakeen edit that they did. They played that at the after party, I think, for the first time before they actually put it out, and it went pretty crazy, I think, at the after party, right?
Yeah, that clip kind of blew up.
Yeah.
Do you remember the track? I mean,
it's on SoundCloud. It's just like it's like a remix of Gaparu Shakeen by Lember, but Raph throws down some vocals on it too, and they threw Still Dre in the background too.
Cool.
So,
that was smart.
I mean, it's on SoundCloud. We could even like tease it in this episode, like on the. Like,
I think anybody who listens to our podcast probably already heard it.
We got all our folk heads
yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, that was
a cool track.
It was a cool track.
They ripped it on it. Yeah, they did good. That was smart.
Yeah, no, it's cool how like I was. We actually connected with Bobby at the Reginder concert afterwards, and because they had a party before the concert, like a week before, because Raph did Portola on like a Sunday, and they did a party like the Saturday night before. And there's a video that I took of Bobby like throwing down Too Short on like it was like a hip hop track, and when I heard it, I was like, damn, this guy's from the UK. But that's how you know they're like real hip hop heads, man, because they're tapped in with like Bay Area stuff, which like from a commercial perspective, like I feel like the Bay Area scene isn't necessarily as popular as like maybe LA or like New York. But seeing like a dude from the UK, from like the other side of the planet, coming, knowing where he's at in the Bay Area and throwing down Too Short, I was like, damn, that's pretty sick, dude. Like, they're tapped in.
I feel like West Coast hip hop is like known everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Like Dre, like Dre's probably the biggest hip hop producer ever.
Yeah,
and he's known globally. Like if you look at like for me, I knew kind of like that UK people listen to West Coast hip hop because like all my family in there and UK, and they're a little older. They love West Coast hip hop, like
really?
Dre and even like Too Short, like Blow the Whistle is
that's what Bobby was throwing down.
That's a signature. That's a party song. That's a club song. Like I'm sure they play in the clubs over there.
Yeah. I've never even been to the UK, man, but it's like it's on my list now because like the Punjabi scene out there is just, I feel like it's so different from what we have here, and like the vibes and like the parties and stuff. It must
we
be
catching
like
up though. I feel like we like with all this stuff recently, like with Rav come in and all the other like shows we have. They've been
yeah. People have been like coming now to California, but also to the Bay Area. Like we had like obviously Diljit came, but then we also had like Sukha, and we talked about this on the podcast before. Like I feel like, I mean, I'm still younger, so growing up, I don't really remember a ton of artists coming to the Bay Area specifically from like unless they were like already here. But you guys can probably speak better.
No, I mean like those concerts, like, you know, like a Gurdasman concert, like Jazzy B, they used to come. I mean, they still bring like Rahat, but I think Sartaj was here too.
Yeah.
But there was one night, I think it was 2002 or something, and I remember I had to sneak out to go to this, but it was like in the Bay, and I told my parents I think I was going to like Sacramento. I was staying a night at a friend's house, whatever it was. But I went to the Bay, and it was a club night. And in this club, they had Suffree Boys.
Wow.
And they had B21, and I want to say they had somebody else in a club
in the Bay,
San Francisco.
In San Francisco, in the city.
Damn.
I think I want to say it was at where Temple is now, or where was.
Oh yeah.
But that's where it was, and it was an unreal night. Of course, at that time there was a lot more fighting.
Yeah.
And so I think if I want to say correctly, it got cut short. But that concert was fire. It was Suffree in a club, and then they had like Lal Singh Patti's Sangeet group was there too, and then they had
in a club.
Yes,
that's crazy.
In a club, and then they had I want to say I'm pretty sure it was B21, and it was just like unreal.
Yeah.
Like
that
unreal.
sounds insane. That's insane. Yeah.
And the way they did it is back then Bhangra comps were huge.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so I think they did it between two comps. Like there was two comps happening in the Bay, and there was one this week, and there was one 2 weeks after. So they stuck it in the middle.
Was it like Doldi Avaz and?
I think it was DDA and maybe like San Jose States. They used to have a Bhangra competition.
They used to have some. Yeah.
So it was like in the middle of that, and then they stuck it right in the middle, and it was dope, man.
That used to be like, that's something I don't really hear of anymore. The
like Bhangra comps in the Bay, right?
So
I mean, there's Bruin in LA, but like what happened to the ones in like Northern California?
I think they stopped around the 10s.
Is Bruin still going too?
Bruin's still going.
Yeah.
Bruin's, I think, the 25th anniversary is this year. Yeah. So they're having a big thing for all like the OGs, I think, or something
Davis
like that.
used to also have one too, right?
Yeah,
At, like,
Davis
Mondavi Center.
Yeah,
that
it was first in they had it in the UC Davis, like the local thing. I forgot what it's called, the rec center maybe. I don't even know. But then when they built Mondavi, they got it there. Actually, you know what? Davis used to do their Bhangra comp because they didn't have a venue for it. They did it at Crest Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Oh yeah, Crest Theater. Yeah, that's where like Diamond Club. I think they still.
That's where like Bawa does his recent Midla, and like Kanwar Growal came there.
Oh wow.
So like I think they still use it as a Punjabi performing venue. Yeah,
that used to be a scene, because I even remember me as a kid like seeing like Khalsa Junction perform. You know. There was like, I think it was like Lethal Bhangra.
LBC.
Was that you?
I was on that team.
I was too.
I was yeah. There was even a time, I think, I can't remember, but I know Sunny Bunga and Sukhi Toli, they went to a concert, I think, don't quote me on this, I want to say it was either right before COVID, 2019 or 2020. It was a concert in the Bay, and they had Deep John Duke, Gar Najla, and one other guy.
I think I
did you go to that?
No, I remember hearing about the concert.
Yeah, they were like, I guess I can't remember. They told me
got cut short.
It was sick, but I think the crowd was too wild. And
there's like a fights,
and the venue was like, get out.
Yeah.
You guys' shit's over.
I mean, I think that was like right when Karnajla and Deep John were like, or Karnajla was coming up. So like, their songs were like, fire, pretty feisty too. Yes,
it's fire songs.
Yeah, fire songs. But
people get a little too excited.
Yeah, but just the Mardi too. Sometimes like it's that. Glad they're in like Ojala's in bigger venues now, where he doesn't have to worry about shutting down a show because idiots are fighting or shit happens. Now he's just like, oh, you fight, you out.
Did you guys like on? I mean, only place I'm seeing is on social media, but like Karnajla performing in, I think, Delhi. Like that was I mean, I don't know how many people are there, but that scene looks insane.
Yeah,
it looks like
dope.
something out here.
That's fire. Huh? I think the best one I want to say, was it Dubai or wherever? Yeah, I think Diljit's Dubai show looked freaking insane.
Yeah, well, they do it up over there.
Oh man, like it was like, damn, I didn't know this many Punjabis were like around Dubai, but then like I guess like it's a quick India and a quick Pakistan flight. So
it's a quick flight.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 hour.
My
3
geography
hour,
knowledge in that area is very minimal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's all pretty concentrated. I feel like it can't be that long.
There was one controversial thing. I don't know. Diljit mentioned like how like the infrastructure at like shows isn't like, it's just not like good enough, or I don't know. Like if it was like a dig or it was just like
in India specifically, or in like Asia.
I think in India, I think he just maybe. I think the venues are. I don't know. Do you see anything about that?
I saw that. I know the video you're talking about. He just said he wants to be in the middle of the stage instead of like against the back wall like this.
Okay.
So he can like be more, I guess, involved. But
so many
I think
people
he said they didn't have the infrastructure, which I mean, we've all been to India and any third world country. The infrastructure is Odala Hyundai, right?
Yeah.
So he's just saying, I'm not going to do a show here until you guys fix the infrastructure. Well,
he had like one show where like people were in like a hotel in the back, like on their like balcony watching the show, and I was like,
I think they lived there, or you could book the hotel.
He was like, you guys look outside. I mean, compared to like the States, like we saw him in Oakland, you saw him in LA, right? This year?
Time I saw him in LA.
Yeah. So I mean, it's different, but I mean, he's a showman, so I feel like his standards are probably pretty high when it comes to like what he wants out of a venue. But man, he threw it down, dude.
Me and my friends always debate about this, but I think like, do you guys think they should take a 2 to 3 year break now and make us want them to come back instead of being like, oh, they'll be back next year?
They're gonna be back next year.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's up to them. You know,
they were. Diljit was doing that 2 years.
I think personally, like the aura of it now, everybody's been.
Yeah.
Would I go again? I don't know.
Maybe not next year.
Not next year, but I think maybe I for sure at least a 2 to 3 year break and then come back. Obviously, they're going to put out more bangers, more movies, right? Like, but come back just even harder and bigger and make us want it. Because like now I'm like even same thing with Raph. Like I feel like, okay, like Raph came like pretty quickly.
2 years back to back, basically within a year.
Twice within a year.
Yeah.
Like now, make people want it because like Raph, no one could sing like Raph, right? He's like,
he's like 101.
Tell Brody like, you'll take like 2 years off, 3 years off,
and make some
us like be
more
like,
music.
oh, we want it, we want it. Like remember when he came? You know what I mean? That would be cool.
His concert though was completely different than most. Like that fool brought out like a Vajja and started doing like a mehfil. Like who like has like a hype concert like that, like Diljit, and being like, hey, all right guys, let's now do a mehfil. And that's badass. That's like OG stuff, right? But like I was like, his concerts, like you don't know what you're gonna get. He might not even sing all the songs. He might just do that.
I mean, he's got that range though. Like he's got that in his bag. You know what I mean? Like
I think all of them could do it. Like
I think a lot
like the
can
folk
do it.
vibe. I think the difference is Raph is still singing mostly on CD or on samples, whereas these guys, Diljit guys, are singing at a bigger stage. Yeah, they're using samples, but they also have access to a whole live band who's overdubbing the whatever what's going on the sample. The live instruments are over it, playing over it. So he has that access. So if he wants to go live anytime, he could probably just be like, all right, cut the sample, let's go live.
Yeah. And that's also like the venue too. Like Raph's obviously performing at smaller venues than the Diljit. So I think if you're doing a mehfil, but for now, obviously, but if you're doing like a mehfil type vibe, like I think it's better to have it in a more like intimate venue.
Sartaj does it in the
what do you have?
Oracle, the old Oracle Arena.
He's been everywhere, but he'll do it in arenas, and then even like you were talking about Fateh Ali Khan, like he'll do it. He was at Oracle last year.
This Mandavi Center is like built like for sound. Once they had like Amrinder Gill come out for were you there for that?
I didn't get to go, but I remember when he came.
It was for like bringing like Punjabi I think it was like bringing like Punjabi archive in Davis. So like for like the celebration of that, they brought Amrinder Gill.
Oh, sick.
And Amrinder Gill came with his band, and that like venue is made for sound because they do like a lot of like some type of like orchestras come out there a lot. So when you hear Amrinder Gill in there, it sounded like you were listening to like a CD.
Oh yeah,
because it was so like
they probably have like a top tier engineer. You know what I mean, like a sound engineer who can control everything. The room's probably treated properly for sound.
The treating like I think that's a big one.
For indoor.
Indoor stuff.
Yeah, but the concert game has been insane for Punjabi.
I know,
like it's just like putting like
it's everywhere.
Wow,
it's
like everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going also like Punjabis. They're going all the way. They took over all of India, right? They're like out down in like South India, right?
Yeah.
They're controlling. They're running. Like I was surprised to see like that many people listen to Punjabi music, and they're you know they're singing like you know the song too.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I don't know.
I think about it. Punjabis are doing their own concerts. They're in festivals.
Yeah.
It's a huge demand for Punjabi music. Punjabi music is a big thing.
Yeah.
No, it's this year. I mean, it took off. Like I think a big deal, and you've mentioned this was when Diljit went on. He went on friggin' Jimmy Fallon. You know what I mean? Like that's a big deal, dude. Like, and the cool thing is he did it in an authentic way. Like he's wearing like a turla, like kurta pajama. Like he's appealing to a incredibly diverse and large audience. Like there's everybody watches Jimmy Fallon. Like all kinds of people, different backgrounds. So that's
insane.
That's
that was
part
huge.
of it.
Yeah. After that, it was like it's a staple. It's a marker.
Yeah.
Now the threshold's going to be high for after these guys, right? Like, who's next? Or,
that's one thing. Like, your brother-in-law asked me this actually. Like, he was like, after Diljit, who do you think is like going to be like the next like big artist? I think most people might say Ojala, but
he's already there. I think.
If
you're doing stadium tours and selling them out,
he's already the
you're
next
pretty
guy.
much right.
Yeah.
If he's not, they're probably like this, you know, Diljit and Ojala.
Yeah,
he could still and I think if I'm right, like Ojala's about 15 years younger than Diljit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Ojala's in mid 20s and
that sounds
Diljit's probably
right.
40. Around 40-ish.
Ojala's, I mean, the one thing about Ojala too is he writes his lyrics. So, you know, he's
That's
like,
impressive.
he's also just like dropping song left and right. Like, he dropped like Wavy, and then he dropped something else after that.
With the Nora girl.
Yeah, but he's
She's
just like
a dancer.
Yeah,
but,
A Wavy song is like such a random song, and you're just like,
it just takes off. Yeah,
thing hits. Yeah, it's just
they got him banked, bro. They got he probably has a ton of songs banked, and they're just like, okay, it's time to drop one. Let's drop it.
Yeah, he's not really dropping. I mean, it's been like a year since he dropped that album. So yeah, he's just
albums are tough, dude. I think albums you'll get songs that go a lot of work in that'll go unnoticed because like say you're on a random like Thursday and like Ojala drops the album, Arjun Tidlo drops the album. He usually drops the album a month, and then, and then like someone else drops the album. How you gonna listen to all that music?
You can't. It's so hard to keep up,
especially
with
us these days. The way our brains are programmed, we just want the next best thing right away.
And our attention spans
our
are not
attention
the
spans
greatest.
very low. You know, and like we just want. Oh, this sucks. Let's get something better.
you found the banger, and now you're gonna move on.
Where I'm trying to like personally when I listen to music, I'm like, okay, I like this. And I've always been like this. And ask anybody who sat in the car with me or went somewhere with me, if I like a song, I'm gonna rinse and repeat it until it's out of my system, right? Because I want the full effect of it. Because especially now, I think that's a good thing because there's so much good stuff, like right, and then a lot of stuff's going unnoticed.
We have hell of music,
and people will still say nothing's out, everything's
There's
old.
so much music, so many artists. It's it is hard to keep up.
It's hard, man.
Like lately, I've been like on repeat, been listening to Talwinder album, Misfit, and like I mean, the first listen, I was like, I think it was just overwhelming. But now I've been like going through. I don't know how many times I've listened to it, but it's like again like people don't really drop albums anymore because I think again it's people don't really listen to all the songs. They're gonna find a couple songs and they're gonna like move on.
And it was a lot of work. Like if you think about it, like back in the day, like you drop an album and then okay, like you throw the video on YouTube maybe, and then the promotion is done to you. Now you gotta like constantly think. Like I just dropped a lo-fi, right? And I was like, okay, now I got to push it. I put all this fucking time into it and effort into it, you know, and I put some money into it, like getting the mix mastering, the artwork done or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay, now I can't just put it on my SoundCloud and let it be.
Yeah.
You got it mixed and mastered?
I got it mixed and mastered, because I want to do it proper, right?
It sounds good.
Yeah,
I was like, this sound like a...
And I'm working with a guy who's out of San Ramon, and I want to kind of groom him to when I start doing more producing. His name's Anthony. Okay. So like Anthony Avila Music, and so like he actually taught me. Like he was one of my music producers when I got into music production school. He was one of my teachers. Okay. And so from there, me and him, he just like, I can mix and master. I was like, okay, like I feel like he's someone like I want to get used to. Like I want to hear like this is what my sound to be like, and then he'd be the guy. It's always good to have one guy do that. Right?
Yeah.
So
trustworthy guy.
Yeah. I had someone, another big name, do my stuff. I'm not going to mention his name. I'll tell you guys afterwards. Said he could mix master my song. Took my money. Never got it. Never heard from him. Yeah, I'll tell you guys who it was.
There's
afterwards.
like this one guy who does like everyone's like I don't know who it is, but he does like everyone's like name. He'll be like DJ Slamz or like DJ KSR. It's like this one voice. I don't know if it's like
the voice.
JD.
JD.
He's from Toronto. Yeah,
he does everyone's like.
He just has a tight voice, man.
Yeah. Everyone
MC
uses his
JD.
voice.
He just sounds really good, and he knows like he has that vibe to him, like the energy you need for like an MC.
Is that the guy when you do your slam tape where he's like, "Get it, Slamz"? Is that him?
No,
or is that somebody else?
I got done from. It was a random guy in Sacramento. I was at his studio. I rented his studio, and he was there. He goes, "Hey, can I do your drops for you?" I'm like, "Hi." He goes, "I won't even charge you." I'm like, "All right." And then like a week later, he sent it to me. I was like, I thought he was gonna forget, right? He's like, "I got you, bro." It's like, all right. He was a really cool guy. Then he moved to Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those is like those little takes. That's like in Punjabi songs, you have like people going, "Oh, balle."
Oh, yeah, like the
you know?
ad libs. Yeah, the ad libs.
That's usually those ad libs are always usually a guy named Jilly.
Oh wow.
Right, and he does all the tumbi for all the songs. Like, if you hear tumbi in a song, like in a Punjabi song, 80% of the time, and the and the backing vocals,
Oh really?
80% of the time, it's going to be a guy named Jilly Manjeet Puri.
One guy.
Jello
Sick.
Manjeet Puri.
That's who it is.
That's JD. No, that's not
No,
JD.
it's different.
Yeah,
Jelly's the guy who does most.
Jelly
of the
even he
all the-
writes a lot of
Yeah.
people's. He has like a song. I mean,
He has a lot of
He has a
songs out.
hella good voice. Oh, he
He's
sings
sick
jazzy
singer.
beat. I think he
He
wrote
does all
some
the
jazzy
Jazzy's
beats. Yeah.
backing vocals.
Yeah. He's like
Not all
he's
of them,
OG.
but I know he's done like Nog too. He did the
Yeah.
backing vocals on that. Yeah.
He's he has like his voice is even hella damn
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'll send you guys his.
Yeah.
You probably haven't seen his IG.
Definitely not.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like his IG's fire. Like he just puts up he'll put up old stuff he's done back in the day, and he'll overdub it like with his tumbi or his tumba or whatever, and then he'll show you him doing the ad libs.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like he has I have this like one track that I always go back to. He has like an intro track with the Manny Sandhu album.
Yeah.
And he's showing off his vocals, and I was just like, man, like who is this fool?
Yeah, his
Need, like,
vocals are
more.
hard,
Yeah.
and he does sick intros. Like I was been thinking about getting like a drop made from him, but he does it in Punjabi, and
he does the intro.
He's
Yeah,
sick,
that's
bro. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, he's really in the scene with today's folk type of music, or even like, have you guys heard the producer Wattis? Wattis Butter, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Wazir Butter?
Wazir,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad, Wazir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
so-
dropped a recent song with that girl from that was
Texas.
in-
Yeah, Jubji.
Jubji
Sick.
Sandhu,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
met
shout
her
out to
recently.
Jubji.
Dude, sick voice, man.
Yeah.
That song they have together is fire.
Yeah, it's a hella good song.
The Tumbi on there is
Yeah.
Jilly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
See, this is
we'll
why
give Jubji a shout out. She's in Texas.
Shout out Jubji.
Shout out Jubji.
Shout out.
Sick.
Badass vocals.
Keep them coming.
I know.
She told me in Texas she was gonna give me some vocals, but that's what they all say. So don't be like that. Yeah.
Well, she did. I think the one that put her on the map was the one she did with the Raph. I think it's Offense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think,
This album right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Sick.
that's the one that really put her. I think Raph told a story like Bobby found her. I could be completely wrong on this. Don't quote me, but Bobby found her and shouted her out because they were talking about how that track took him so long to find like the exact right perfect sound and the right vocals.
She's a good follow. You should follow her. Like she posts like her stuff.
Follow her.
Singing, she'll be like just practicing.
Yeah, I think it's her brother
on
playing
tabla.
tabla.
I met her brother, Veed, I think his name is. I'm pretty sure his name's Veed, and he plays sick tol, and he's only like 13 or 14. Sick tabla player.
It's a future.
So like they're a good follow.
Yeah.
Repping out. I think I'm pretty sure they're in Dallas. Yeah.
Texas Punjabis, man.
Yeah.
That's
Fire.
what's up.
I mean, if a kid is playing tabla, he's gonna
At that age.
it translates. It translates good into like dol.
I was like that right before I was in Dallas. I was in Houston, right, and I was DJing a wedding, and I didn't see any tolis. And all of a sudden, like maybe like an hour into these kids walking with dolls, I'm like, okay, maybe 13, 14 years old. Both these kids probably look either fresh high school or late junior hires, right? And I'm like, and when I travel lately, and I put on my IG before, like I'm getting a little picky with the dole players because sometimes they'll ruin the drops, right? Or like when the nog drop hits, like you got to be on point, right? And these kids, I'm like, oh great. Looking at Sonny, I'm like, oh, please be good, or just be able to play din and knock din. That's fine. That's 80% of what we play. Yeah. And they played, and I was like, whoa. They ripped it. These kids were ripping it. So shout out to the Houston Tolis in November I played with. I only went to Houston once, but you guys were sick. So.
What do you call it? Only DJ I know out of Texas is DBI.
DBI, yeah.
Dole Beats International.
Yeah.
He has a Dole too. I think it's like his name's like Jupjeet or something.
Yeah. But I didn't get to. I didn't get to see. I did an event with BJ. We did one. BBI, right? His name is BJ. Shout out. And
he follows us on the pod.
Shout out
sick
to
guy, OG.
Appreciate
Absolute
you.
Bhangra.
Absolute DB all
Simran got hella excited when he followed us. He was like, "This is my favorite DJ." when I was
mixes
growing up.
like he's mixes. He's I've been listening to mixes like 20 years before I started making my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, OG,
back
yeah.
like I think 20 years ago, Absolute Bhangra was
vibe,
like
yeah.
that was a
Though you could put those on, they're still good.
yeah, no, they're still good.
Yeah, they're still
It's
good.
a whole good album. Yeah.
Yeah, so like so he was doing some of my production work when I was there, and these guys in Houston came out, and I was like, damn, these little kids, dude, just killing it. It's like, yeah, that's what I want to see, you know, like when I'm
Yeah.
out, sometimes I go places and I see a totally, and I'm like, dude, if the toll don't hit, like
Yeah.
it has to be on par, you know.
Yeah.
So I got a sick totally. I'm really picky about my tolis here, right? Obviously, when I'm traveling, someone flies me out, they got a totally in the family. I can't really say nothing. But like Raymond, we're gonna have him on here hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Seriously, the sickest toll player I've heard a lot of great tolis, dude. I'm one myself, but this guy, Raymond Puller, like unreal totally, just sick. So hopefully we get him on soon.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to Raymond.
Yeah.
Supposed to be here today.
Nah, it's all right. We'll get him next time.
Nah, I mean he was at RAF last year, right?
Yeah.
He did RAF in San Francisco.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've seen him at an event because I saw one thing I think he does that I don't see a lot of people do is he stands
plays-
on like a
yeah.
chair, right? He has
On
that
the kursi.
standing chair, like
That's the showmanship, right?
Yeah,
That's the vibe.
no, he is.
Yeah.
He's always decked in like
Decked out.
Punjabi
Checked
gear,
out,
and it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's badass.
Yeah.
So like, I wish we could. I think we need to work on building him a stage or something he can play on. So I'm sick of him being on a fucking chair.
Yeah.
So Jag, if you're listening, like we need to get Raymond a proper stage. Jag's my setup guy, right?
Yeah.
The big manager, the big boss in my little road show. But we need to get Raymond something to play on other than a chair.
Is that
Yeah.
is that also a totally?
Yeah, Jag is also
Jag,
sick.
yeah.
totally,
Yeah, he's
man.
a-
They're
yeah.
actually both my totally. That's
Yeah.
that's
'Cause
what I
He
roll
was
with.
at Arjun's reception.
Okay, yeah.
Jag, right?
Yeah. Jag.
He's good.
You're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did you who taught him?
He taught himself, man. That
Oh,
kid,
really?
amazing. Yeah, he just listened and learned. I wish I had that. I don't.
Yeah.
I have to be taught with like bowls and like still won't get it. I have to practice, but he can just listen to this one thing once and just get it. And he learned bowl without
special.
having lessons. Like,
Wow.
how do you do that? Like, you know,
Wow, really? No lessons.
I feel like-
I don't think. Quote me if I'm wrong, Jack, but I don't think you've had one bowl lesson and you're fucking insane, right?
Damn.
And
Yeah,
there's other
no,
guys that
big
think like
time.
that too, but I just don't know off the top of my head. Like, I can't name someone right now, but Jag is one I'm like, dude, this guy's never taken a formal tool. Like, yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
Wow. Respect, man. We got to have him on too then.
Yeah, we have like some
I
other
don't know if he'll
totalies.
come on. I don't know if he'll come on. I think a lot of people are shy to come on pods. Like,
Yeah,
I remember like
that's
we
true,
we
yeah.
got that. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it on. I'll tell you after. But someone was saying like
I asked like when I was doing like my own like a few years ago, I asked like a videographer to come on, right? And talk about like the Indian video like scene or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
even
yeah.
makeup artists. Like it'd be cool to have a makeup
Yeah.
artist on, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to come on, like. And
To
I
each
was
their
like,
own,
we don't
I
have
guess.
to do video. We can just do
Just
audio,
audio,
only.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. We could always do an audio if it's that's easier.
So if you want to come on the pod and you don't want to be on camera, we can just do your voice.
Yeah. That's very doable. It'd be easier for us because we don't have to do all this set design stuff.
That's like an industry. Like, I mean, we don't do makeup, but like to just like kind of like get an insight of like how that whole situation, because that's. I mean,
That's a whole
big,
world.
big industry.
Makeup is
Huge.
like, yeah,
Especially
makeup
in the
is
wedding industry.
the wedding industry. Yeah, even like in the music videos, like I mean, they want makeup artists, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I mean, some of the best content creators, like now, content creating is a thing at events, but before that, like these makeup artists killed it with content, dude. Like
Yeah.
the transitions, the way like I have a friend Amy, Vrach Vanity is her makeup thing, and she's like probably the best in the game, but her content creating is unreal. Like she taught us how to make different type of content. She's crazy good.
Yeah, no, they're really good content. I think I've seen her. She had like a reel with like Miss Pooja, I think.
Yeah,
I
so
think
we
you're
did-
in that too.
I was at that wedding. I
You're
don't
at
think
the
I was at the
wedding.
real,
You're
but
tagged maybe in
yeah,
it.
probably
Yeah.
tagged. Yeah, but she did Miss Pooja's glam and she killed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, man, yeah.
Well, it's
Always-
cool that like these, I don't know, like independent people now with social media, like TikTok and stuff, they can like promote themselves pretty easily.
even Diljit said it in his concert, that same video where he ripped on the stage. He was like, "This is the era incoming of independent artists. You don't need
Independent artists. You don't need
independent artists.
labels.
It's time. It's the time now because of this. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's good. It's good because now people can like get fully what they deserve. They don't have anybody like taking anything off the top. There's no middleman, right?
Well, you control your own content. Like me, I can easily hire someone to do like a lot of my stuff, free up a lot of my time, but it's not in your control.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and even the stuff I do sometimes outsource, like the waiting game bugs me. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, where is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. We used to outsource our reels to some guy on Fiverr. We talked about this before, but
so now you know how it's so much easier when you have your own, or you guys
can do it yourself.
Yeah. No,
the Fiverr's great. Don't get me wrong. Some of the people on there are very punctual.
Yeah.
Right. But still, like, if you can create yourself and do it the way you want it, like,
it's always better. The outcome is the result is always better because it's yours, right? So you like, there's only so much that you can articulate to a third party of like how you want something done, but when you're doing it yourself, it's like, okay, I know exactly what my vision is, and it's so much easier to like execute.
It's kind of like doing your beard.
Yeah.
So like your barber will do your beard freaking great.
Yeah.
You know he's not gonna go binga or something like that, right? But sometimes barber will go too high or too low.
Yeah.
But when you do it yourself, if you can get the line straight and you know exactly where and how you want it, right? And the length you want what. Whereas a barber, you're like, they do great.
Yeah.
But the line where you want it compared to the line where we want our darty is totally different.
Yeah, no, like when I used to cut my hair, my barber would always ask me, he was like, yo, let me do your beard. I only do my beard. I've only ever done my beard by myself. I don't let anybody touch my beard.
Yeah, fair.
It's kind of like for me, it's become kind of like a therapeutic type thing.
Look how nice his beard is.
Thank you.
Zoom it up. Zoom his camera on his darty. Show your darty, bro. Show your darty.
But yeah, he would always ask me, he's like, yo, let me do it just one time. And I'm like, nah, dude, it's all good. But shout out to Brian. I walked out on him. I didn't even give him any warning. I just stopped cutting my hair earlier this year. But yeah, no, for sure. Like it's independent stuff it's super cool. Like artists, any content creators, like that's
I mean, this is
great.
Independence right here. You get to do this.
I mean, we could hire someone.
We could.
It's just gonna be waiting game. Cost game, right?
We just literally popping up in the at some spot and it's working out. Might do it somewhere else. We were thinking about it. Like, I mean, we haven't publicized it, but like do a podcast at like someone's shop.
Like a farm shop,
some like tractors in the back. I don't know how audio would be, but
I think it'd be cool to have a session with like a son of a farmer, like someone we can relate to, right? Like the OG farmers, we kind of know how they are, right? But like having a farmer like kid who's taking the farming game to the next level.
Yeah,
that'd be
like,
fire, right? Because farming's big with Punjabis, right?
It's like our culture, man.
Farming and trucking.
Music is basically built off that.
Yeah, and then like the trucking game. Like if you have someone whose dad started a huge trucking game.
Yeah.
And then like let's talk to the son who's like running
it, man, taking over the business.
Yeah, like how do you get those Lambos, bro?
I mean, they're
truckers are doing well, man. Shout out to all our truckers.
There's so many. There's still a lot of song like one song that always comes to mind. Surjit Khan has that song about trucks.
Truck Union.
Yeah,
one
Truck
and
Union.
Two. They're both good.
Brinda Jat got one too. It was like, what is it called?
Yeah,
something super simple. And it's got like the truck sound in it too.
Even what do you call it? GT Road is about a truck.
Yaar on the truck.
That's old school 80s right there.
I think Surinder Shinda too. Has one too.
So truck songs always go hard. It's the ones that go hard go hard.
Oh, for real. Because it strikes a chord with our community because that's our culture, and it sounds so simple, but it's real. Like that's how people
trucking.
So
trucking,
like
farming, trucking.
Blue collar.
Maybe like a gas station owner.
We're basically like it's basically like country music right there.
No, it's like Punjabi country music.
Basically singing. Yeah, it is. It's folk.
Folk Bhangra is Punjabi country.
That's literally all it is, man. That's why Gordian, shout out to all of our country music lovers out there. Like they love country because it's like this is our culture. And I'm like, I used to play baseball growing up, and that's all they would play, before our games. And I would ask my coach, like, can we mix it up a little? And coach would be like, this is baseball music. And I'm like, okay, I got you. But yeah, that's culture, man. Music is a great way to strike a chord with the community when you relate to people with their culture. So culture is wild. Like we were talking about the culture today. The NBA ratings are down, right? Have you guys heard that? All that drama. The NBA ratings are down, and me and my boy always go back and forth. Like Sonny, we like, the game product sucks now. Well, you can't. The products
the product's essentially a result of the culture, right? Mm-hmm. Steph Curry changed culture on threes.
It's a whole different
They're
game now.
shooting 83s a game now. Everybody is. The game sucks to watch now.
The
Right?
game's different. The game's hella different.
Yeah, so
I'm the
like,
only Warrior fan sitting on this set, so I'm okay with it. But
and you can't. I'm a basketball fan. I'm not a Warrior fan, but you got to respect Curry, man.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
got to respect Curry.
Too good.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then now they're doing all this stuff, trying to tweak it. Like, did you guys hear what they're doing with the All-Star game? Like, they're changing up the format, trying to like. I feel like they're just trying to see what works. They got the in-season tournament now. Like
Now it's like a 14 mini tournament.
it's like they're trying to do pickup style.
It's already over. The cup just
The NBA
finished.
Cup just
The cup
ended. Yeah, the
ended,
Bucks
yeah.
won it.
Oh, they're trying to do it for the All-Star.
For the All-Star game,
they're
they're doing
changing
like a
like
four team like
It's to make
pickup
it a little more
style.
competitive.
Yeah.
It's just a scoring fest. That's
it's
all
just
it is.
boring though. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's like
competitive
it's
game.
basically like the NFL Pro Bowl was. They stopped. Do they still do NFL Pro Bowl?
Yeah, and it's trash.
I
Because they
don't
do it a
even
week.
know.
I think they do it a week
idea.
before.
They do
a week
skills
after.
training. They do like
Super
skills
Bowl.
training. Skills training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one.
That's cool. Like seeing it. Like I mean, I like watching just like that. I mean, I haven't watched it for some time, but that slam dunk contest used to be good.
Oh, it's
It used to be good, and the 3-point
horrid
contest
now.
And now
Yeah.
because dunking isn't as big as 3-point shooting. That's why, right? Like we were talking about.
You know what they
culture.
should do with the All-Star game? They should go back to East and West, and then they should tell the winning conference, like if you're East, you West, whichever conference wins, you guys get to pick one game that you get to have at your court. So it's the best of 7, right?
Yeah.
So after the first 4, right, you go 2-2. Better team with the better record gets home court advantage.
You've thought about this.
Out of the last 3, I put a lot of fucking thought into it.
Amrin's got to get a job with the
out
league,
of the
man.
last 3 games, the winning conference of the All-Star game, they get to pick where the 5th game is if there's one possible.
Okay.
So Adam Silver, you better listen to me,
Yeah.
man.
If Adam Silver's listening to our Punjabi music podcast,
Yeah, diversify. You know.
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
a lot of thought in that. Like that's
Yeah.
kept me up at night. Can't you tell?
yeah, no, that's a good plan. I heard someone on Twitter was saying with the in-season tournament, they should make it that the winner has like an automatic tiebreaker, so that if they are tied in the standings with anybody, that like automatically, if you win the in-season tournament, that gives you a tiebreaker. So if someone's like the 10 seed and they're trying to get into the play-in or something, you got the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
something
great.
like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Should that person really put thought into it?
Rob Perez, shout out to Wob. But
That's really smart.
yeah. How hard would it be to get like Diljit, Garan, AP, like all stars of Punjabi music to do like a concert together?
AP just
on
did
one
his
night?
concert, or he's
Jazzy.
also doing a tour, right? I mean,
He's
not
doing a
cut you off.
tour, yeah.
He's also doing a tour. Hasn't been. I mean, I think it was big because he had Jazzy B on the stage.
that's been
Honey
blown
Singh
up.
too.
Honey
and
Singh, yeah.
Singh,
That was fire. Actually, it looks
Yeah.
good.
But I'm like, it must be if they could do like an all-star like concert type night, that would be sick. But it's probably so hard to like arrange that and pick like a location.
there's too many-
and
too many-
availability. Like
It's
too
not
many-
enough time. That's a
too
long.
much
That's a
red
long
tape and
concert.
stuff.
That would
Yeah.
be. Well, you could tell them, give them. You got 45 minutes each.
Yeah.
No bias. You know,
Yeah.
like
I'm just saying because I saw
you guys Rochambeau. Who goes first?
Yeah.
And who goes last?
I saw a clip the other day. It was like Manik, Babu Man. I think we saw it together. Like I think Bindra Kia might have been on it, Jazzy B. Like just titans on the stage at the same time.
Oh,
I'm
I think it's like a Marnik Midla
yeah.
in Marnik's band or Jazzy's
Yeah.
band, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe Jazzy does Sadhu Skandar's on the stage.
Yeah.
I've seen that clip many times.
We'll throw it up
Yeah.
for the viewers,
Yeah,
but
it's a sick clip.
yeah, like I'm like back
That-
then it was probably easier to do something like that, but now it's probably more difficult. But man,
Well, that's like a gathering, it looks like a
Yeah.
like a
They're
private.
They
Yeah.
live in the same, like
Yeah,
close
yeah.
by.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
they're
like
all like there at the
everyone's
same
in.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they live in Punjab, so they're just like, hey, let's meet up.
Yeah.
Like my dad was in. My dad had a medical college reunion,
Mm-hmm.
and because they're in Punjab, they had like who'd they have? They had Pummi Bai one
Sick.
night, right?
Yeah.
And then the next night they had Harjeet Harman.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like so easy to get because
So
they live in
accessible.
Punjab.
Yeah.
You know, it's like accessibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's so sick. to
That's
just
so
have,
dope,
like
yeah.
two
Yeah.
artists like that. It's so casual.
yeah, it's
'Cause there's
informal.
just- 'cause
It's just a bunch
they're-
of dudes
yeah.
getting on stage, and they happen to be these like greatest artists.
It would
ever.
have to be a massive like Punjabi music festival, not only to like the
The
organization
UK does
part,
something like that.
but I don't know if they can have the caliber names he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's
I'm saying, like, if you were to get
those
AP,
are- yeah.
everybody-
Diljit, it'd have to be a massive like Coachella type festival
Yeah.
that could generate the cost that these guys are gonna.
Oh my god!
want,
Yeah,
right?
That's the thing too. Yeah, the cost of
You're probably looking at like over $1 million in just what the cost is to like performing costs.
Yeah.
Right?
performing. Yeah.
That would be crazy if somebody could pull that off.
Now, someone like Coachella could pull that off.
Yeah,
but like
someone that has the
like a Punjabi thing that's gonna pull everybody in.
Punjabi music.
Also,
festival.
it's also where would you do it, right? Where's like the focal point to have this concert?
You could probably have it. Like, say if you had a dream concert like that, and you somehow can get the revenue to do it. Say you're talking about Mandavi. You do Mandavi, but you do it to invite only first, right? Mm-hmm. People that will pay, like, it'd have to be where people would pay an excess amount to get the exclusive concert, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not getting it. So you're going to have to shell out,
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Phoenix Suns owner, right? He has Sonny was telling me he has like a exclusive club that you can join to go to the Phoenix Suns games, but you have to I think it's $15,000 for the year, but you can go to this place and just like chill. I think it's like a lounge, but then he also has like $2 hot
concessions.
Yeah.
That's how I think it would have to be if you're going to do something that big and guaranteed invites. There are going to be people who will pay what it's going to be. I don't think it'll otherwise work out.
No,
not at least in America. I can't say it.
No. That's I feel like a lot of these artists are going to India because the numbers there are, just massive.
Oh
right?
yeah. I think someone could have him at a wedding. Like there's people out there who will, if they can. I know people out there have the means to do it, but they can do it. But at a wedding, if they'd want to. I think that's one place you can. I've seen Jazzy and Malkeet at a. I did a wedding with them together.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously,
I heard Malkeet comes out here quite a bit.
Yeah, Malkeet's here a lot. I mean, here's the thing: if you're gonna get a singer for a Punjabi wedding, right?
Specifically,
say Amrin's gonna get married, right? He's gonna have a whenever that is. So
soon.
let's hypothesize what singer he would hire for his wedding. So it'd probably be Raf.
There you go.
Jazzy.
Absolutely.
Probably Malkeet because his hits.
Yeah, everybody does.
The guys you want, like Garan, say you wanted Garan, right? I don't even think Garan does weddings.
For the right amount of paperwork, you would do it.
Yeah, right. Okay, fair, right? But what's feasible and what's doable is, and that people's songs you'll know and your parents will know, because our parents are a big part of the wedding.
Yeah.
It's going to be these same four singers, Miss Pooja. The people I see that get booked the most are Jazzy, Miss Pooja, Malkeet, and Sherry-Mon, right? That's what I've seen in our circle here in California. Gets booked the
I've
most.
heard Sherry-Mon goes to a lot of weddings,
But you got to think who has the catalog.
Yeah.
That's going to not just please you,
but
your
everybody,
parents.
all the guests, all Masis, like older generation, younger generation.
There's probably 4 that are feasible. So sometimes I hear people, like someone put up a post on my story I saw. It kind of bugged me, like the way this guy. I did an event with Jazzy, at the end of November in Fairfield, right? We did a show with him, and it was a wedding. And a guy posted California's local singer.
Jazzy B,
and he had Jazzy there. I'm like, dude, to me that's like, I was kind of offended because everybody knows he's not local. The guy's worldwide, man. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. I'm just saying as a fan and as a
he's international.
That's kind of like
you're short selling him a little bit.
Exactly. You were just saying, but bro, you're limited to 4 guys that you can get that'll appeal you and your parents. And if Jazzy's the number 1 choice and he's popular, don't hate on him and call him a local singer. Jazzy B is not a local singer.
No, he's not local to anywhere.
That fucking bothers me, right? Like, I'm like, even if they said that to Malkeet or Miss Pooja, it would bother me. Because they're big, bro. In our little scene, our community, they're big, and you cannot call them a local singer. A local singer, local singers are local singers, right?
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with that.
But
that's just antagonizing a guy.
Yeah. No, that's definitely short selling him. Jazzy B is
you just can't say that. You couldn't say that to Raf. Raf did 2 shows in a year. He's a local singer. No, he's not.
That would be so weird.
That's how I felt. Right? I was like, dude, you can't say that.
Yeah. No, I don't know where the scene would be if Jazzy B never existed.
And that party was live. They loved him. He you killed it. You didn't want to
Yeah.
get off stage because energy, the vibe was so good, and you're gonna come out and say it.
So like when I haven't seen Jazzy B like at a wedding, but like
haven't?
no, I have not.
Me neither, actually.
like,
You guys haven't?
No.
Well, bro's saying he's gonna stop because he feels like he's at so many. I'm like, bro, now look, you got evidence.
I don't think anyone
Don't
gets
stop,
tired.
and we're not gonna get tired of you. Don't
Yeah.
stop doing events at
I
these
don't think
weddings.
anyone
We
get
love
tired.
it. It's a luxury, man.
Yeah, I think
Any singer that's getting here,
Yeah.
you know, Jazz my boy, but like having Miss Pooja, she's great.
Yeah.
Malkeet, fire, you know.
having any artist at like a wedding just amplifies like everyone just gets wild.
Yeah, I
And,
did one event with Raph this year at a Jago.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Wild,
that was
yeah.
a sack one.
It was in
Yeah.
Mirage, Cash Ride, one of my boys, shout out. But he had Raph at his Jago. It was fire.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You said it. That's my number one choice.
But
If
I mean,
were
like,
to have
yeah,
an artist, I
but
don't know
yeah,
what I-
even having Jazzy B, yeah,
Yeah, man. So like, and then like, I was at one like this year, and the guy was like, they had a singer. I'm not gonna say who, but the singer's killing. Everybody's doing it. And then one of the planners was like, "Oh my God, when is this person gonna stop singing?" I'm like,
That's like, dude, that's what they do for a living, man.
Like, wedding
you're gonna
planner-
stop
That's
playing.
why they
like,
brought him to the wedding.
Yeah.
"We need a wedding planner on here. Let's get a wedding planner on here. Any wedding planner? I got some bones.
Man,
to,
they
I got
probably
some
hear-
bones to pick with some wedding planners.
Dude, they probably go through some shit too. That's
Yeah.
some horror stories. That'd be some. That'd be
Oh,
a good
yeah.
episode actually.
wedding,
A wedding planner.
on
We
here?
need a
Yeah.
Punjabi wedding planner on here because
I've
I got
seen
stuff I
some.
want to ask you, and I'm sure you got stuff you want to ask me.
Yeah.
Like wedding planners and DJs clash a lot.
Oh, I
Oh.
bet.
Oh,
I
dude.
bet. Yeah,
I
yeah.
bet.
Like
You know,
your setup and yeah.
Like don't put the setup in the corner. Put the
let's
setup
see
in the
that.
corner. Like no, I want to be in the middle.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
It's always to go ask the bride and groom what they want.
Yeah, that could,
As if they're not busy enough dealing with
Yeah, you want to put some shit on them last
don't
minute.
put
Yeah,
the, don't
dude.
put the speakers here.
Yeah, don't put speaker here. Like okay, well let's not have a party without speakers. You can't have a party without speakers.
That's
You
like
want me to announce dinner for the 11th time? Okay, if they didn't listen by the 6th time. They didn't listen at the fucking 11th time.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna start taking notes for my wedding. I gotta know all this shit.
No, man. It's the thing is, like, you have people like Punjabis, like no matter what sound system we bring in, like we could bring in the top tier concert system, put it next to your fucking gun, and the guy will shoot menu das hone aini, menu da pata nahi baat close ya. You know what I mean? Like,
Or they'll complain it's too loud, and it won't be loud.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
complaint-
there's always those.
yeah, complaints are gonna be complaints. That's
They're
fine,
just-
but like some stuff is like
Yeah,
feasible in the wedding planning game, like
Yeah.
making 10 announcements to sit down. If they didn't listen, like I said, like the third time, they're not listening at the ninth time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. And I always look. I mean, we always have that the core. Like it's all about the DJ, the music, the food, and the drinks. That's all that anyone ever cares about. Nobody really cares about the rest.
Because everyone always forgets about it by the end of the night. Because you get drunk, you're having a good time. No one's thinking about the DJ setup is over there, not over there. It's like it
The
really
music
doesn't
was
matter in the
fire.
grand scheme
The
of things.
food was fire.
Yeah.
and like, that's the
To
party.
me, it's like the energy of the crowd, right?
no, that's the energy right
Yeah.
there, right?
So
yeah.
if the DJ, you can have the baddest of baddest DJs, and if you have a crowd with low energy,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys are gonna be like, yo, this dude up there.
So,
sucks. It could be me, it could be the next
Yeah.
guy. They're gonna be like the energy's
Yeah.
not there. The energy of the people have to be there.
Yeah.
Then everything else I think is second. DJ, food, whatever you guys named.
Mm-hmm.
But I seriously think it's the crowd's love and vibe for the families, right?
Yeah.
That's what
That definitely
carries
matters.
everything. You could have the shittiest vendors, you can have the shittiest DJ, shittiest catering, shittiest spot, whatever.
Yeah.
If the energy's high, like
Yeah. If
but
the-
I
the-
feel like that's where a DJ comes in big. Like if that DJ can, he can like
Ignite.
you
he's
guys are
literally
the heartbeat of the party.
Yeah,
But there's times any DJ will tell you this.
Yeah.
There's times we could ignite and try our
And it doesn't work.
spots
Doesn't
and
go.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
DJ will tell you that. Like
Yeah.
every good DJ has had the dance floor clear on them.
yeah.
It's a fact. It's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah,
It
I've seen
happens.
it at
It
events.
happens at Jogos. It happens
Yeah.
sometimes at receptions, but most sure like at the pre-events, it clears. It could be a number of factors. Tired. Sometimes people don't listen to us. Another thing, wedding planners don't listen to us. They'll have a 30 by 30 dance floor for 100 guests at an event. I'm like, your dance floor has to be inviting. If your
Yeah.
dance floor is huge,
Yeah.
and there's 10 people on it, are you going to want to get up out of your seat and go there?
No chance.
And then they'll
Yeah.
turn off the lights. Do you guys want to dance with these bright lights on?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You don't want it pitch black where you can't see
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Bring
like
it
a
to the
club.
vibe, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I feel like those are kind of things that, like, make a big difference. The energy, and then, like, obviously the mood. Like, as of like a guy who does 150 weddings a year, right? Most or events, like I see it all, right? And I know, like, okay,
are you doing one tonight too?
I am doing one tonight.
There we go.
It's my last one of the year. This is actually number 150 of 150.
Wow.
Damn,
Yeah.
Perfect.
So last one tonight, and say, you know, that's what some people ask me, and you know what, planners never ask me like, yo, what do you think is gonna carry it? You know, they're not gonna be like, this needs to be there, this needs to be there, this needs to be on time. It's like we have a different insight, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I see like at like an event, they have like like the DJ has like that fat screen and like behind you. That's when you're like, okay, this event's gonna be
It hypes you up,
fire.
right?
This is gonna be a fire event.
It hypes you up, right? Yeah. But then that's the thing that's like, we get that part, right? And then sometimes I get it aesthetically, like we can't go on stage, but like we can't be like put back in a corner either, right? I mean, unless sometimes that fits the aesthetic, but sometimes, most of the time, bride and groom are sitting on this massive stage that costs a fortune.
And they're
for
barely
like,
on it.
for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right.
I've seen you sometimes. You'll have like that one setup where it's just like, it looks like that, like an orchestra stand. Like it's just like a white. It's like a white low table or something like that. Is that yours or?
Yeah,
like,
it's like a podium, like little DJ booth I have. But like, I mean, we got that from the Canadians. Honestly, like we like in Canada, like. I did my first event in Canada in like 2017 or 2018, and they were like, "You're on the side, but we're gonna move you up afterwards." I was like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah, during the slow dance, we're just gonna move all your stuff. We pre-wired it. We're gonna move your stuff and put it in the center." I was like, "Wait, what?" And then we finally got there, you know. So the Canadians actually, shout out to them. I think it was a Decibel.
I've heard of Decibel.
Yeah,
Entertainment.
DJs. First event, they did my production for me, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna move you up in the middle." I'm like,
Is that Vancouver? Seattle?
It was Vancouver.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And now it's kind of gotten everywhere. I kind of integrated into us, and other people are doing it too. It's great.
Yeah, that's dope. That's cool. Yeah.
Are you guys going to any weddings soon?
We got potentially 3 next year. Next year, potentially. It's kind of still up in the air. We have one for sure in April, and then the other 2 we're not sure about, but. It's funny now that because this is all stuff I'm going to be looking out for now. Every time I go to a wedding, I'm going to be like, damn.
Yeah,
what I'm going to think of.
I didn't mean to turn this into a Punjabi wedding podcast, but it just floated our combo. So it was natural, y'all.
Yeah.
What like right now? I mean, let's say like the last like few months. What's been like the song that's most requested?
Honestly, it's a Diljit song. It's the most requested is Diljit's Linga. I don't know if you guys heard it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know
what they're
He just
called.
came out with one of his movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that's literally the most requested song.
Well, Bernard de Guerre had to have been up there earlier this year, right?
That's where I got annoying. That I think I see that way too much on like TikTok and Reels.
You know, it makes people happy. It's one of those things. It doesn't matter if I like it or not. It makes people happy. It makes people gather and makes a memory and makes a cool video they can look back to.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm gonna still play it.
Get some hype. Too,
it's not
probably.
about me. I mean, I might say a lot of shit on my IG, but when I'm at your event, it's not about me. It's about you.
Yeah.
My IG's my IG.
Yeah. No, when you played that at the Rap concert, when you opened, I in my head, I was like, I know he's not happy about it.
No.
But you were like, hey, let's
you were like, let's do it.
Let's do it again.
Get it out of the way. Yeah.
Get it out of the way at the beginning of my set.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it does get people hyped because like that's the thing. Everyone knows that song now. Like it's become familiar, so everyone can like kind of like
you can do the step with your mom or your dad, right? And it's suitable. The lyrics are okay. You know, like it's good. Like yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be another song that eventually takes its place. You know.
That just took off. It just blew up.
Yeah.
Eventually there'll be another song. Yeah.
They'll come. That's the thing. What singers actually? It's weird how stuff works. That song's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And like singers are probably now like, yo, hey, let me hire a choreographer. We'll choreograph dance for us. And
it was like that Karnaja Toba song from this like movie. They try to it seemed like they were really trying to like push that into like reels and stuff like that.
Yeah, reels are huge. Like one takes off. Reels are so as a creator, like reels are so inconsistent. Like you could ask any person that creates reels, right?
Yeah.
What's gonna blow?
What's gonna blow? What's not? Right? I had like a recent reel that just blew off in India. I can just tell. right? It blew up in India.
Is that the Jazzy B
It was a
one?
Marnik one, right? I made this mixing like 5
Oh, yeah,
sounds.
yeah.
Blew up in India, right? And I just got so many crazy messages from India, which are great. Like they're actually nice, but then like you could do one that you think is better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this one should do better. Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
expect anything from Reels now because they're so inconsistent.
Yeah.
That it could be a fraction of what that one was, and to you,
Yeah.
it could be better.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the same thing with us. Like when we do our reels, sometimes I'll post one. I'll be like, oh, I like this
So
one.
like
I think
so for like for 2024, I mean, there isn't really something that's taken over Paint the Gere, right?
No.
It's like right now it's like
I think it's starting to die out a little bit now.
Coolin has a little bit of a
Coolin
dance
has
to it.
a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little bit harder steps, so I think more
Yeah.
Bhangra savvy people can knock it off. Yeah.
oh yeah. It was a
I did this
saw that in Canada.
a wedding recently in November, and the couple did it right, and their video kind of went viral on it. But they knocked out I think they hired a choreographer to do it, and she choreographed the steps for them for Coolin, and it was good.
Yeah. I mean, now that I think about it, if you're a singer, you could drop a song and you could pay like Manpreet Tour like some money and tell her, hey, can you do like an easy dance to this song and throw it on your TikTok and then like watch how many people try to copy
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
like a great marketing way to do your song.
It's great for Manpreet, right? But
Yeah.
for the singer, like you don't know if it's gonna catch or
That's
not.
true, yeah.
It has to hit. Like things that hit vibes have to hit vibes,
And it's
right?
random. so
She
you
also
never
does
really
something
know.
that I feel like you don't see a lot. She's brought on by like a lot of artists as like that, Bhangra dancer. Like she had a recent song with like Amrinder Gill, right?
Darling,
Dr.
yeah.
Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good song too. And it's I feel
song,
like it's
yeah.
probably gonna hit the India market hard because it's like that. It has like that
Yes.
folk. Yeah.
Song's great,
Yeah.
music's good. I mean, they brought her in it. It's a hit to me.
Yeah.
It's a good. I like the song. Like right when I heard it, even before the video, where I seen she was in
It's
the song,
Dr.
I was
Zeus
like,
song,
"It is
too.
Amrinder Gill and Dr.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Yeah. It's a
You
good
got
song.
something wrong with you if you don't like that combo."
Yeah. He's got that. Yeah.
It's like a comparable, like a Shinda Jazzy combo, right?
Yeah.
It's a good. Yeah.
Dr. Zeus, man, he ripped it this year, though.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
kinda
like he's one of the guys that killed it this year.
Yeah.
Man. Like a lot of his songs went like big, in my opinion, and they were different. Like from a advanced listener standpoint, he hit all the vibes, like they see modern, right?
His songs always show up on the dance floor too, right?
Didn't he produce Ah? Look it up. real quick.
Either
Who produced
that-
Look it up.
What song?
Deep John Doe's Ah song, right? That song blew up in about March, April, May time. That song was huge, bro. I'm pretty sure. Or did Deep do it?
I'm not seeing anything from this year.
It's called Ah.
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about. No, I don't think it was Dr. Zeus.
But I want to say it
I
was
think it might have
Zeus.
been. Let's see.
Why do I want to say it was Zeus?
No, it was Deep.
It was Deep.
It was
who did
Deep
Yeah,
doing
it was
it, yeah. I mean, that's a crazy song because it has Arif Lohar in it. And That
Yeah.
fool's OG.
I remember I messaged Zeus. And I
He's
told
like the
him.
guy who sang the original Jugni song. And then it like, what was it? Yeah, I think.
Whoa. He had a song called Whoa.
Whoa, okay. There you
It
go.
was
Then, like,
good.
Yeah.
I think like Sunny Leone made that song like bigger or something like that. Right? Jugni G.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Oh, she said, yeah.
Didn't Zeus have more stuff?
That's
I'm
wild.
sure.
I wouldn't expect Lenga to be like the most requested.
That girl, he did all Amrinder Gill stuff, right? Amrinder Gill did. He did a lot of, yeah.
What about do you is that so like I don't know, I keep hearing it, those two brothers, I don't know if even they're brothers or Nas, huh?
His sons, aren't they?
Are
His
they
Sons?
have you
So
heard
Amrinder
that?
Gill's sons.
Are they
Yeah.
actually Amrinder Gill's
Yeah.
son?
From what I know, yeah.
Yeah.
They have some good
They're
songs,
good,
man.
man.
They've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
dropping like hit after
They're
hit.
hitting for
Yeah.
like that younger market, right? And
Yeah.
the lyrics are really good, and then
Yeah.
the way
Even
they sing is good.
That song they have about like that Rolls Royce SUV Culligan. Yeah, that's a good
That's
song.
good.
That's
And they have a only you is
the
it? Or one
bass.
and only. or
The
something?
bass on that is like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sick.
many new artists up and coming, dude. There's so many. It's so hard to keep up.
Yeah, like Diljit was saying, he was also dropping an album too. And I'm
When
just like,
does he have the time for this, man? He's like touring all year, and he's
all
still
these
gonna
fools
drop
do it
an
when they're touring.
I mean, think about it. If he has it down, you've been doing it so long. You're gonna
Yeah.
rent a studio,
Yeah.
go in, record the vocals, give the vocals to the producer. Producer
Yeah.
knocks it out, sends it back to you. Oh, I like this. Take this out. Change this. Sends it
He
back.
dropped multiple songs in this like last
Yeah, no,
his
that's
tour.
true,
Muhammad
yeah.
Ali, right?
Yeah.
Dawn.
And I think they have songs just banked, like just
Yeah,
chilling
like
on
it's
them.
been sitting on him for
Yeah,
some
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I don't know. That Dawn song is pretty new because he was
honestly,
like
I
talking about Jimmy Fallon and
I didn't like it at first, and then it just grew on me.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, dude, I like it.
I feel like the beat, because I think it has a little bit of tumbi or something in the back.
It's folk,
and,
right?
Yeah,
It takes off with us.
Yeah.
G Funk's the same guy who made
Goat.
Coolin'.
And Goat, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a dope track.
Fire year for music, though.
Yeah. I think before we sign up, do you guys like let's go around and like share 2024 Punjabi music, like highlight, like song, concert, album, artist, like any moment from the year in the arena of Punjabi music that was just like kind of stuck. Like,
Shoot, you
what do
can
you guys
start. I still need to think.
yeah.
I
I mean, it's
remember,
only right, you know. I don't know. Hopefully, we were able to drop this episode by the end of the year. But if not, like it's coming up. It's a big year.
24 recap.
Yeah,
Kobe year.
I had wrote I like there was like one song I feel like it like when Garnagela's album, he dropped like a little mini album, I don't know, right?
That was
He
the
had-
Apple Music one,
Huh?
right?
Yeah,
That was the was it called For Me or something?
But he had one song that I think it took some time, I don't know, to like it got popular. Antidote.
Antidote sick.
Yeah, and that's like I feel like that was a really good track. I mean, Garnagela this year, like, like Winning Speech, Wavy, like some good tracks. And then also I mean, Sidhu is obviously gone, rest in peace, right? But he had that song Drippy. And that was mastered.
this
It was
year?
mixed. It was mastered with Jay Static. And I feel like when Jay Static is on any like track, it's always like damn good.
Yeah.
Wasn't 410 this year too?
Yeah, I think so.
That song grew
Yeah.
on me. We recorded an episode in like really early this year, and we actually took this part out because Simran brought up the song, and I did not like it at all.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't like that song.
Sidhu's part goes hard.
And then I was so like, I was only listening to it like a couple months ago. I had my shuffle on, and it came on, and I was like, what is this? And it was 410. I was like, how did I not like this before? This song's hella good.
Yeah.
But we actually took that portion out of our podcast early in January because we were like, oh, I don't want to be like talking shit about anybody. But I really did not like that song when it came out. I don't know, something about it I didn't like. And I was like, I don't want to piss off like Sidhu fans. I'm one of them. We're all Sidhu fans, but like the real Sidhu fans, they will swear by him.
Yep.
Like if you piss them off, you're done. Like they will.
I was looking at.
Yeah.
You do not
Like, dude, you don't want to piss off Sidhu.
They sent me someone sent me the Spotify most played Punjabi artist streams, right?
Yeah.
And if you go in the comments, it's just Sidhu.
Yeah.
Where is Sidhu? They did Sidhu wrong.
I think Sidhu will always be like, he'll always be in your playlist.
Yeah.
It'd be like
he's not
Tupac,
gonna,
bro.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
exactly,
never
like
gonna be
Tupac.
forgotten. He's always gonna be on play. He might not be like your top artist that's streaming, but he's always gonna get a
He's
listen.
gonna be in the mix.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, you know, it's like your greats like Monik. You're always gonna be listening to Monik.
He's like a Chamkila
Yeah,
type
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he's
You're
like
always
our
gonna be listening to
younger
these guys.
generation's version
Yeah.
of those like
Yeah.
OG artists.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
and he's
Chamkila.
dude.
Yeah, and I think he'll stick like with the new generation because he has like this hip hop influence to him.
I think like when like people my age, for example, like when we, why did my voice crack just now? When we grow up and we have kids, like we'll play Musiala for our kids, and I feel like our kids will probably fuck with it too because it's got like that like hip hop gangster rap type vibe to it.
Oh yeah,
So
it's not. His legacy's
it's not
going
gonna
nowhere.
go anywhere. Yeah.
especially
He'll
when,
never be forgotten for
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
never.
yeah.
Like him when he was with Big Bird, I feel like those songs were just like
That era was
banger after banger.
Yeah.
Like he has that one song, Just Listen,
Yeah.
and it's just him like ranting about him getting flack for the last two songs he dropped. And I was like, man, this thing hits like so good. It's crazy because we were I don't know if you know our neighbor Charn Gang. He always has like this Super Bowl party. I remember like slapping it at his house.
He lives over here now?
He used to live like right here.
yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
I but like just like the vibes of that, like listening it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I loved when Jazzy's album dropped. The
Ustad G.
the King Forever. That was really good for me. Really liked it. Amrinder Gill's stuff this year has been good. Zeus's stuff's been good. Deep John Doe's stuff been good.
Great
All year. I
year.
mean, I don't know. This as a music lover, there's so much I can say I really liked, but Jazzy sticks out in my head a lot. Obviously, the album and. Obviously, Raf's was Hood Harvest and all that stuff. That was this year, right?
Five Deadly
Yeah,
Venomous.
that was
this
good.
year.
Bro. That was really good.
Incredible
I mean,
album.
It's because they were like earlier in the year, right? So like we're on this like recency bias. Like right now, whoever is like because there's again we talked about it earlier, so much music.
Yeah.
So you're listening to whoever is in this like lot. Like for me, like I mean, it's very like that's why your lo-fi SoundCloud thing hella hit is. this guy Talwinder I've been listening to is just super lo-fi,
lo-fi.
chill.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just like you just chilling out, in the fields and
I didn't even know what lo-fi was till like the end of like last year.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
sent me like Bismillah. I used to like really like that song. Came out like 2021. Amrit Man. My makeup artist friend, when I was talking about Amy, she posted like her client with that song in back lo-fi version. I'm like, dude, this is sick.
Yeah.
And then I kind of researched it. What is it? And I was like, I messed with it. Started listening to like other lo-fi songs, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Punjabi music sounds really good with lo-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jazzy B has that. I mean, I was just wanted to mention he had that song too, Jumble de Daku.
Yeah.
That song I feel is hella good.
That's for like people who really like folk music.
yeah, that was just like I haven't heard that Jazzy B type of track in like some time, and that's what I wanted more of. But I mean,
I think there's a few events we did this year where I made him sing it.
Yeah.
oh, dude, that
I made all like, bro, you gotta sing it. I'll cut it short. I'll cut it to a first line, last line, but you have to do it,
dude. That because
Mandatory.
He talks about jumble, and jumble is like something I had to even look up, but like just like learning about that, and then
It's giving you a history lesson and a song in
It's like,
one.
yeah, it's a dude. I mean, I know like our times are kind of changed, so we're not going to see that kind of stuff as much.
Definitely,
but, man. Yeah, that.
It might cycle back though. I mean, look at all the songs that are really taking off are all folk songs.
Yeah,
really, right?
I mean, look at how big rap's getting. Like for me, that was my highlight. 2024, Five Deadly Venoms. That album was incredible. The way that he blends folk and hip hop, it's so seamless and it's so natural.
Yeah, I mean, he also dropped that folk song, Patola.
Patola, yeah,
Yeah,
that was my most played song.
Clutch.
this year, too.
Yeah,
Six
So
songs.
the range, and also like another cool moment we actually got to witness when he was here. He was in California for a couple weeks, but he was here and he pulled up to. So he performed on Friday, I believe, and that Sunday, or it might have been Saturday to Sunday, but regardless, Raginder and Asad Khan were performing in Sacramento, and Raf pulled up with Bobby, and like they all pulled up to the concert, and they did. Asad Khan and Raginder Mastane, they did a cover of Nachale Sonier with Raf in the room. Like Raf's in the back of the room watching them do this cover of his song in like a violin format. And he's just like cheering them on. Just like witnessing that was sick because you have two artists, completely different sides of the planet, completely different styles too. Oh shit. Completely different styles when you think about it, like the way that they produce their music. But the fact that like blend happened in that like room and we were able to like witness like two artists that are so different, like kind of like rooting for each other. I think that was
like I wonder if that was like part of the set or they did it because he was there.
I think they had done that at other shows too. They did a whole tour,
but it was it was cool to see like
like seeing
cool energy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That was a sick vibe for sure. So
I think my sickest. I think the Raf show. I didn't really go to many concerts other than Diljit. And to be honest, I really thought I probably should have sat out Diljit this year because I didn't feel the same vibes as I did when I seen him so much, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I probably should have sat this one out, but I went because my sister and my friends wanted to go, so I went. But it was. I feel like my favorite show this year I went to was probably the Raf concert. It was really last minute. I got to open it, but then I sat in the back and watched, and it was fun.
Yeah.
So I would say the Raf show this year was probably the best show I went to. I didn't get to go to Sukkar or any of those other ones, but
I'd probably out of those, probably the Rap. I mean, he has that song too. He comes out to, I can't even remember the name because he actually dropped that song
Sultan
too.
Rahi.
Sultan Rahi. He comes out with that song, and no one's ever heard it. Right, it's the first time he's playing it, and I was just like, that entrance was that killed it right there.
Yeah.
That sealed it. I was like, all right, this is the best. This is the best concert. It's just like the vibes too. You're in Berkeley, right? It's just the
venue was nice.
Yeah,
I like that venue better than the first one was good too.
First one's good too. It's just I think just the energy. It's that Bay Area.
It's all energy.
Diljit concert's awesome, but it's just Diljit concert is like literally going to like a wedding and you're just
you're just dancing.
It's just a party.
It's just a party. You're just singing the lyrics and
dance. Like you're in your section, your row, and everyone's just like dancing. It's like a big party.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, hopefully we'll get some lo-fi artists now, right? So, that'll be like that's what I was getting from like Raginder. I was hoping to have that like lo-fi vibe, It was. I feel like it was. You know, it was like that.
Yeah.
Lo-fi.
Lo-fi is is if you want like an intimate chill night concert, lo-fi is the way to go.
That's that's it's like having like guzzles or something like
if
that.
you redid, like a lot of these singers redid their songs, like, or just did like a live intimate show, like in lo-fi acoustically. Also, you can do lo-fi very acoustically with a guitar, some kind of simple percussion instrument. It's kind of like what Maffle does, the Maffle group.
Yeah, they're coming to. They're coming. I mean, they live here, not here, but in NorCal. But they're doing a show in Sac, and then they're doing a show in San Jose the weekend.
When in Sac?
I don't know. So San Jose, it's Valentine's Day. It's February 14th. Sac is the week before that. So probably
a good little date
February
night.
7th. Yeah, there you go. They made the plan for me.
I wanted to go last time, but we had a wedding. But yeah, definitely
we
want to
check them out.
Yeah,
I've never been able to see them.
We got to have them on here too. Like I feel, it's a lot of people, but we should definitely.
Yeah, that would be.
It's like four people. Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah. That's one thing we do want to do more of next year is have some guests on. Yeah.
Getting the we'd probably have to move a little bit to get guests. You know what I mean?
We can.
Yuba's in the middle of nowhere. No one really wants to come out here. So we might have to meet them.
That was the whole thing about this too. We can literally take it anywhere we want to go.
And you can use like Squarespace or something like that. You know, like I think
you can rent
Pure Space.
There's spaces that you can
rent.
Podcast
studio and stuff. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all in 2025.
Oh yeah. Said it last time. Remember to please like and subscribe. Those likes hella help the algorithm. You know. Same thing with them reels. All right.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Salute. Peace.